family. We missed a episode last week. Life happens.
Mm.
Had a few things going on, but we're back on schedule. And I want to parlay. I know it's been on a week,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to. I got to get this off my chest about this Spurs loss.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the Spurs to win in six, no more than
Me
seven.
too.
The Knicks came in with a game plan, and you can come in with a game plan, like Mike Tyson said. Everybody got a game plan till you get punched where
Let me catch
in
one
the
right
mouth.
in the nose.
And the Knicks did the punching.
Mm-hmm.
They did. And I saw a couple things that I really didn't like. First of all, I already knew Mike Brown was a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he was one of the right after Phil Jackson left the Lakers and retired. He
Oh
was
yeah.
one either the next one or the one after that,
Mm-hmm.
soon after Phil. And the
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, it was a little unfulfilling. But I
Mm-hmm.
saw some stuff even way back then. I was like, okay, this guy's he's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But you're following Phil Jackson, who's got nine
Right. Right.
rings.
Right.
Ain't nobody expect you to come in and win nine more NBA championships in LA.
Right.
That's not
Right.
how it works.
Right.
Here's what I saw for Mike Brown. And what's the Spurs coach? Mitch. What's his last? I can never remember his last
Johnson,
name.
I think.
Mitch Johnson. Okay, that's fine. Let's run with that. First of all, he coached circles around that boy.
Yes, he did.
Coach circles around it.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. But sometimes you get out coached, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
the coach that's being out coached can still win. Here's a few issues I saw. I like Wemby, but it's a habit of these European players that they just don't have that evilness that American
Yep.
superstars have.
Yep.
They're too passive.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, Isaiah Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
these guys will rip your eyeballs out your
Larry
head.
Bird.
Larry, Magic, they beat the crap out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I saw. Other than the obvious part of Mitch Johnson being our coach,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you, it wasn't even necessarily the lack of adjustment. Even though in game four, when the Spurs got up to like 20, 29, almost 30 points,
Mm-hmm.
and during the third quarter, they just kept chucking up 3 pointers trying to end the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a mistake and it cost them.
Mm-hmm.
That's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching malpractice. Mitch Johnson doesn't get off of that. They missed like 6, 7, 8, 9 straight threes when you were up 25, 27. Execute, run clock, work Wemby in the paint, draw fouls. At least the clock may be stopped, but you're still putting points on the board. Chucking up threes and missing them while the Knicks come down and score 2 points is cutting into that 29-point lead.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two, I saw something interesting in game five. When you are a superstar, I'll give you a perfect example. I remember when the glove, Gary Payton used to play for the Seattle Supersonics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To me, I love guys like him, Mike Cole. I'm only putting the glove in this category of stamina. I remember
Stamina.
stamina.
Yeah.
That's it. I remember a game Seattle Supersonics played in the Western Conference playoffs against a team that went to two overtimes, and Gary Payton never sat.
Mm-hmm.
He played every minute of the regulation and
Mm-hmm.
every minute of overtime, which is another 10 minutes. And
Mm-hmm.
after the game, they interviewing him, and he's a little drained. He said, I
Mm-hmm.
do what I got to do. My team needs me. Kobe was stamina. Mike was stamina. We know who the stamina guy was that had
Mm-hmm.
to be. There was a moment I remember in Kobe's career where Kobe was on a bench in crunch time. He was standing up off the bench at the scores table, staring at the dude with the white hair,
Del Harris.
Del Harris. He looking at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't get me in
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with 4.5 minutes to go in the game, Wemby was on the bench.
Yeah.
Now, a couple issues with that. Number one, you're the superstar. He had some spells of rest in the first quarter, maybe the second quarter. That's fine. I need him to play the whole second half, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
You 4 minutes and 30 something seconds left, and you on a bench?
Mm-hmm.
That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, he's sitting down and not saying nothing and not at the scores table like a super. He should
Right.
be in Mitch Johnson's ear, like, you
Mm-hmm.
better get me in this game.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
So there's his passiveness. The fact that he was on the bench and Ed, he had this situation going on where I think he's taking too many jump shots.
Yeah,
They call him 7'4". And word on the street, he's taller than that,
could be.
actually.
He could be.
I heard 7'5", 7'6", but once you get
Mhm.
above 7 feet, it's all
Mhm.
nuanced.
Mhm.
His passiveness, coaching malpractice,
Mhm.
not wanting to get back in the game. I'm not saying he didn't want to, but he's sitting down quiet like this.
Mhm.
Dude, y'all
Um,
were up. Now you're down single digits, and the Knicks are surging. Get in there. He didn't do it.
you know one thing about physicality, stamina, and also that bumping and grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I liken it to football.
Okay.
Let me illustrate it this
The
way.
Dolphins.
Well, I mean quarterbacks, just the quarterback position in general.
Okay,
When
I got you.
quarterbacks get hit quite a bit, needless to say, they don't like that.
Right.
So it changes how they. Oh, let me give you a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC Championship game between Favre when he was with Minnesota and the Saints, they had that bounty on Favre. Meal, they kept hitting him, hitting him, hitting him, hitting him, hitting him, and they was trying to knock him out the game. And at the very end, Brett Favre, it looked like maybe he could have ran for a first down, but he said, "You know what? I'm tired of getting hit." And Favre used to throw too many interceptions,
He did.
but this one,
He leads the
this one,
NFL in history in quarterback
he's got the
sacks.
he's got the record. This one was the dagger, and I think that interception probably has something to do with the amount of hits that you get tired of getting hit.
I got you.
So what guys like Wemby, that constant, he had to deal with Hartenstein for OK City,
And
of
before
Hart,
that, Minnesota tried to rough him up.
Minnesota. And those guys are grown men. They not as
Yeah.
talented as Wemby, and
Right.
obviously neither is Mitchell Robinson. But Mitchell Robinson got a grown man's body,
But
and
they can
that
still, they is just as
constant to the
physical.
rim,
Right.
constant. So
Right.
Wemby's like, I'm gonna just stay out here and shoot threes.
Right.
His body's not ready for it yet.
Chris Webber, who I was a big fan of, used to shoot a lot. You got some of these big guys. The Portland Trailblazers have this guy named Kevin Duckworth, big 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" dude, want to shoot from the free throw line. That was his shot, that little one-handed jump shot.
Right.
A lot of these big guys just can't look. It's reverse with some players. Players like LeBron, Mike, and Kobe drove a lot into the basket. LeBron has the body and the physicality to still drive.
Mhm.
Once Kobe and Mike learned how to shoot, it
Mhm.
was a wrap.
Mhm.
Once they started learning how to put an additional 12 to 15 points on jump shots, forget it. Wemby, I think, has to be reversed. I I'm not a personal trainer. He's a very wiry guy, very athletic.
Mhm. Mhm.
Him putting on muscle may not be the answer, but I think the loss in Game 4 decided the series for me. Game 5 was just a formality. The
Mhm.
series was you had an opportunity to tie
To
it,
tie it up. Yeah. Mhm.
and even if he goes into the paint and misses but gets fouled, I think they still win.
Mhm. Mhm.
Even if you hit just one of two on the front end of a 1-and-1, it,
Mhm.
it doesn't. So
Mhm.
yeah, I get what you're saying. The word on the street was to beat Scottie Pippen up. Well, you know what Scottie
Mhm.
did? Scottie adjusted.
Mhm.
Then it
Mhm.
got the word on that street went away, Ed.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
Scotty
Right.
can't take it. And for
Mhm.
a year or two, once him and Mike started
Mhm.
getting
It was
together, he
true.
couldn't. It
Mhm.
was true. And Scotty changed the narrative quick.
Mhm. Mhm.
Detroit toughened both of them up. So
Mhm.
he can do it, and I think he will, but he didn't do it this series. And I got to
No.
put this on Mitch Johnson and Wemby.
Mhm.
Another issue is a guy I never really been a fan of. This De'Aaron Fox. I didn't like
Yeah.
him in college at Kentucky.
You didn't like him at
I don't
Kentucky?
like. Well, I don't. I'm not a fan of Calipari. So anybody he coaches, with the exception of Anthony Davis, he coached
What about
Anthony
Derrick
Davis.
Rose?
Well, he
You
was
didn't
at
like Derrick Rose?
Memphis,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and
That was
he was
Kentucky.
at he
Oh.
transferred to Memphis, but Rose
Mhm.
was that dude.
Mhm.
Rose was bad man. I love
Mhm.
Derrick Rose, so I'm picking and choosing. It is what it
Mhm.
is. Um, but I've never been a fan of De'Aaron Fox. First of all, I learned before we started the show that when Mike Brown was coaching the Sacramento Kings and De'Aaron Fox was point guard there,
Mhm.
he got Mike Brown fired.
Yeah. How
I
ironic.
didn't know that till
Yeah.
like 3 days ago, Ed.
Yeah. I remember that.
Isn't isn't life funny?
And you know why that's a red flag, Meal? Because from what I hear, players in the league, they love Mike Brown. So sometimes, you
The
know
player.
how it starts to make you look at, okay, so who's the problem? And I'll tell you something else. I
Mhm.
looked at how much money the Spurs owe De'Aaron Fox for the next 4 years. It's not pretty. It's not
Really?
pretty. They owe
Oh, I
him
didn't
a
look into
lot
that.
of
Good
money.
research, Ed. Good research. They own
Man,
a mint.
we talking next year 50 million. The year after that, maybe 53. The year after that, maybe
Oh,
57. And then the final year of the contract, 60 million. So guys at my job always talk, oh, they need to get
what?
rid of. Yeah, it's easier said. You can send them home. You will be
You got
paying him those paychecks, bro.
unless it's some police blotter and he voids it's something to
Can
avoid
get
his
out of the
contract.
contract. Exactly.
You, Ed, he getting paid like that in a state with no state tax. Oh,
And
that's
play like that in the finals. And look who you have on your team to take attention away from you. No. The key number two guy for them going forward is going to be Ron Harper's son.
Ron Harper's
Um,
son,
um,
Dylan Harper. That boy
he's a
bad.
monster.
He bad. He bad. He got to learn,
Mm,
but he's a scorer and he got heart. Well, you
mm,
look who his dad is, Ed.
mhm, mhm,
We were fans of his dad. I remember Ron
mhm.
Harper before he got to the Bulls and he was at
Yeah, when he
Cleveland.
was with Cleveland.
He was that even not that leading. I think he was their leading scorer. And he took
Mhm,
a I don't want to call it a lesser position, but
mhm,
took a defensive position because he
mhm,
knew you had Mike, so you had to give up some
mhm,
points.
mhm,
I respect Ron Harper, and to see he had two boys, I think one in now, Dylan's in now. He may have another one coming in a couple
mhm,
years.
mhm,
Dylan's good, and another reason why I think the Spurs lost. Another thing I saw, Dylan Harper's definitely going to have to be a front runner for them next year. But Castle, there was a play he that happened with about a minute to go. The Knicks were surging. They had got the run. They went up by one. Somebody from the Spurs shot it. I don't remember.
mhm,
A minute to go. Castle, I think, is your third leading scorer.
mhm.
He did a putback dunk to put the Spurs back up by one. And the announcer says, Castle's first points of the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You, in a closeout game, if
Mhm,
you lose, you go home, and your third leading scorer
mhm,
got two
mhm,
points.
mhm.
His first points with a minute left.
And that's why he can't be the number two guy going
Mm-mm,
forward. It's
mm-mm,
going to be Harper
mm-mm,
because I don't
mm-mm.
mean any harm. You say what you want about, for example, Jamal Murray for Denver. The Joker knows for the most part he can put down 25 points. Jamal Murray is going to give me at least 25. I need some help. I
He's
know he's not going to have a stinker where he only had 6 points.
right,
That
right,
rarely happens with Jamal Murray.
right,
You
right. I
need
got
that number two.
you. I got you. Yeah, you do, man. And be honest with you, the way the NBA goes now, looks like you may need three.
Yeah, yeah.
Your third guy has to be 12 to 15.
Hmm. Hmm.
It just that the scoring is just is what it
Hmm.
is.
Hmm.
Um, but I couldn't believe the announcer said that.
Hmm.
Castle would have put back his first points of the game. And I'm like,
Right,
with a minute to go in an
right,
elimination game?
right. Yeah, yeah.
No,
Hmm.
no. You can't just play defense, bro. You got to put the ball in the basket.
Hmm. Hmm.
But again, I haven't watched this much of a finals in over 10 years. Ed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you.
Easily over 10 years.
I'm with you. Oh, the last one I watched this much, I would say when Giannis and them won it. When they beat Phoenix.
Oh,
When they beat Chris Paul. And
I
you know
did
what?
see that.
Ironically, once again, both teams. I liked Giannis. I wanted Chris Paul to win one, and I like Devin
I
Booker
don't want
too.
Chris Paul to win anything. But go ahead, finish what you were saying.
um, so it seems like if I like both teams, then I'll be interested. But then again, I'm the type of person I usually can find somebody to root against. So that sometimes that's a reason to watch, like when Boston won it a couple of years ago.
I got you.
So, but I agree with you. This one interested me more so than one anything
I
recently.
I was going for Milwaukee because I'm not a Durant fan. Um, I was rooting against them. Oh, Phoenix. Durant was on that team, right?
No, no. It was Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Cam Johnson. Oh, Mikael
Oh,
Bridges was on that
oh,
Phoenix
on that
team.
Phoenix team.
Um,
Okay,
I forget who the coach was, but they had a real good team. Um,
okay.
they made it to the final. Um,
Well,
and and uh, what's his name? Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton and
oh,
Giannis.
okay.
Well,
I
they was a little
remember
too much
that.
for me.
Well, Giannis is looks like he could be slowing down. Not trying to box him in. I'm a big Giannis fan.
Mhm.
Um, if you were a team that needed a big time scorer, despite the miles on him, would you go for Giannis?
Look, I'm glad you said that. They're saying Boston and Miami are the front runners to get him. They can put together the best package. I hope he doesn't go to Boston. But let me throw this one your way.
Okay,
The Knicks had a great season.
they did. Proud of them boys,
None
Ed.
of us remembers their last championship. Obviously,
We weren't
most people.
born.
Um,
At least I
but
wasn't.
but but that lightning in the bottle that won't happen again. If I was the Knicks, while you have your core, I would take a big swing. I would see if I could. A lot of times there's a
Go for
third team.
Giannis.
Yeah, sometimes there's a third team that comes up from nowhere. Everybody's talking Boston and Miami, Boston and Miami. If the Knicks put together a good package, maybe I think if I'm not mistaken, Mitchell Robinson is a free agent. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And at some point, the hacker shack. Man, I know you play defense, Mitch, but man, bro, man, he is
Mitchell Robbins for the Timberwolves, right?
no for the Knicks, the big man, their backup center, Mitch.
Oh, okay,
He
okay,
he
okay.
he's worse than Shaq at free throw shoot.
Oh,
So
yeah, I know who you're talking
you know
about.
who I'm
Okay.
talking about.
See, that's how
So
insignificant he is.
if they
Yeah,
could
I understand.
swing Giannis and start him with Carl Anthony Towns, and then you still got Bridges
I'm not a
and
fan of him either, Ed. He has a
yeah,
championship.
I know, but he comes in handy sometimes.
And he disappears sometimes
You
too.
know what? You just mentioned, you just said it. Nobody noticed it because the Knicks won. He fouled out, and I think he finished that game with 3 or 4 points, something like that. So so if it wasn't for
He
Brunson
wasn't there for his team.
and
Brunson was the
OG,
dude.
OG came through.
Ananobi. Yeah, yeah, he did.
But but
Yeah, he
but
did. He
but
actually, I would have given Brunson, I would give Brunson a Finals MVP.
Mhm.
But I know there's no runner up for it.
Yeah,
But
we
Ananobi
won
didn't
that.
have a
Yeah,
bad game.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
there all 5
Mhm,
games for them.
mhm,
If not points or rebounds or
mhm,
something, he was
mhm.
active, busy, in Spurs
I,
faces all
I
the game.
I heard somebody say that OG would have been if they had an award for postseason MVP. The Brunson was your Finals MVP, but if they
Right.
had an award for postseason MVP, it would have been
It
OG.
would have been him. I have no issue with that. He balled out. He made now I know Brunson scored a little more than half their points for that game.
Yeah, yeah.
A little less than half.
Hmm.
His scoring kept him in it.
I like guys like Brunson. He came to New York to win. He took less money so that they could afford OG. I hope the quarterback in Baltimore is paying
And
attention. Okay. All right. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
and don't you
Mm,
start on that
mm.
right now. Oh my! Well, Lamar not due for no extension, is he?
No,
He's
he's not
just
due for an extent. Well, he's under contract now, but
he'll agree to a restructure.
his his cap hit is impossible, Meal.
Yeah,
And next year,
it's
look,
worse for 27.
it's going to keep getting worse. It's
Well, I know it's like equity in a home. The more you pay the salary or your mortgage, the more you pay it down,
Meal.
right?
If the Ravens don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, and next year when he sit down at that table and Bashadi and DeCosta and Ozzy looking at each other, man. This man, all he keeps talking about is his contract, his contract. He still wants a guaranteed contract. I believe that. I think he still wants a totally guaranteed contract. I tell you what,
Like Deshaun
you win,
Watson got.
you win the Super Bowl, and we'll talk about Bashadi might actually give it to him. He wants to win a Super Bowl. Bashadi wants to win. What part of that does Lamar not understand?
Okay.
But I don't
All
want to
right.
get off topic. The
All
only
right.
reason,
No, it ain't no off topic.
the,
We
the
moved
only
off the
reason, the
Spurs.
only reason
Uh-huh.
I
Go
brought
ahead.
that up is because of what Brunson did.
I got
You
you.
know,
I got
taking
you.
less money.
Just parlay right into it. Okay. I personally think the Cleveland Browns giving Deshaun Watson all that guaranteed money screwed things up, screwed the quarterback market up. When the Raiders gave the Ravens center all
Yeah,
that guaranteed money,
Linderbaum.
the top center was at 17 a year.
Yeah,
He's at
yeah, that's
27. Ed,
Mhm,
he's
mhm.
at 27.
Yeah,
He's
that's a
good, but
pretty
he's
big
not the
jump.
number one
That's a
center.
pretty big jump.
And now the Steelers going to want to pay Zach Frazier, and he's going to be
Mhm.
looking at
Oh
Linderbaum. He's
man,
like, he's
Zach
not
was
much.
laughing. Zach was. Nobody was happier than Zach.
However, the market, I believe, will balance out.
hmm
It balances out in quarterback, wide receiver, center, on all positions. I don't think the Steelers are trying to match what the stupid Raiders did to Tyler Linderbaum.
Mm.
Good for Tyler Linderbaum and his family for that incredible
Mm.
pay raise. I ain't mad at him. It's not him, it's the organization.
hmm hmm
But the Steelers aren't paying Zach Frazier $29 million a year. It's not happening.
Unless he going to play left tackle.
Right? And be honest with you, we moved Five Tunnel from right to left. He just in his third year. We ain't gonna pay him that either. No, but seriously, I think that's what it is. These some teams mess the market up. And I remember I've never been a fan of Jerry Jones, but when some things he says, he's dead on correct. There was a player that they didn't resign that got huge money from another team.
hmm
And Jerry Jones said, we're not going to let the market dictate to us what we want to do with the Cowboys. I'm trying to mimic his voice. I'm doing a terrible job at it. So he stood up against the system
hmm hmm
that he helped create, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
And the wide receiver market will balance out.
Mhm.
We know the quarterback's making big money. Do you see who just got a huge pay raise? Your
Mahomes.
boy Patty Mahomes.
Mhm.
It balances out, Ed.
hmm
I don't care that Mahomes' last 2 years, an injury-riddled season in 25
Mhm.
and a pretty good year in 24. When you win an MVP in 21 and then roll out 24 and 25, it's like, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
He got paid.
hmm hmm
And he should have gotten paid.
That could be them making up for some years, some previous years he took a little less money, so that could be a little bit of a reward.
And do you realize the past 2 years he wasn't even in the top 10 in
Right, that's what
salary?
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So at some point, at some
Jared
point,
Goff was killing him in salary.
at Tua, Dak, all of them. So I think Justin Herbert too.
Mm-hmm.
Even Hurts maybe. So at some point, the union probably kind of elbowed Mahomes like, "Look, bruh, you killing us over here."
Right,
You know?
right. Well, what gets me if my quarterback, I remember Roethlisberger took a pay cut. Brady has taken a few.
Mhm.
When I say a pay cut, they don't take your current and cut
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You take less on the new contract.
less than what they could get.
And they able to San Antonio to AB to a third contract. Ben wanted AB. Didn't lead to a Super Bowl, but it was some exciting times.
hmm
On and off the field, by the way. It was never a dull moment with AB and Cam. Yeah, I wish I was just talking about on the field. The issue I have if I was Mahomes, if I'm gonna take less money and I can't keep Tyreek Hill, that was the issue I was having.
Right.
You got Chris Jones. I read somewhere like of all the different positions in football, there are 17 different defensive positioning labels like defensive line, defensive tackle, rush end, outside linebacker, middle linebacker,
Mhm.
cornerback, strong safety, free safety, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Of the 17, Chiefs had the highest paid on defense in 6 of the 17.
Hmm.
So a third of the highest paid at each of those positions, the Chiefs had them.
Hmm.
Where were they doing in defense? Chiefs were top 3 in defense every year.
Mhm.
So the
Mhm.
defensive part was there. You
Mhm.
had the cornerback. You had Chris Jones, who's number 1 in defensive tackles. Boy,
Mhm.
a monster. The third of them were highest paid were Chiefs. That's
Mhm.
cool. That's fine. That sounds about right.
Mhm.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to misquote that. Was it a 6 of 17 for the whole offense and defense? Well, anyway, they're top heavy on some, like the Rams are. They're top
Mhm.
heavy on some several
Top heavy,
positions.
certain
If I'm
positions.
a Holmes, I'm like, that's fine. We need a
Mhm.
great defense.
Mhm. Mhm.
But he barely has had a run game in his entire career.
Mhm.
He's had a pretty good offensive line, even though his either guards or tackles were a little subpar last year.
Tackles in both of those
Tackles.
Super Bowls, tackles got hurt.
Oh, that's right. I
Mhm.
remember he got
Mhm.
sacked like a million times.
Mhm.
So if I'm gonna take less and I can't keep Tyreek, and I'm saying to myself, I want that Mahomes Tyreek Hill. That was a vicious
Right.
combination,
Right.
and not too many people had an answer for it.
Mhm.
Tyreek Hill speed. But anyway, that's what I think. If I'm gonna take less, I need to keep my good players. Ben took a cut, kept AB. Brady
Mhm.
kept his guys.
Mhm.
Mahomes. So look, give me the money.
Mhm.
I mean, I saw the extension was like 400,
Yeah.
500
Yeah.
million.
Half a bill. Mhm. Well,
Goodness.
good for him.
Absolutely. Look, he's still the best. I know I'm very hard on him, and we're hard on the best sometimes. But
You're supposed to be.
when he comes on television, you know who tunes in? I do. I watch him. You can say what you want, but I watch Mahomes play,
Mhm.
and he
Mhm.
gives me my money's worth. So call it what
Mhm.
you want.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that Spurs thing was a debacle. Congratulations to the Knicks. And we was on Starks and Ewing and Oakley
Oh man.
and those guys in the
Mhm.
90s. And they had, what's the big guy with the red eyes? Anthony
Anthony Mason.
Mason. Oh, when Anthony Mason came to your town, hide the
Yeah.
women and children.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
monster.
He reminds me of James Harrison. He's somebody
Right.
he's somebody that you
Hey,
just
leave
do
Debo alone, man.
not
Don't do that.
want to get into a fight with. I would rather fight anybody else than those two.
Them big broad shoulders and
Yeah,
big
yeah, yeah.
muscular. Anthony
Unmoving.
Mason was
Mhm.
just
That's the guys like James Harrison and Anthony Mason. That's not fake tough like some of these guys
no,
nowadays.
no. Debo,
That's real tough.
Debo will knock you out. I don't call him Debo for nothing. Debo will knock you out. Yeah, Anthony Mason got a lot of. Well, I can't say he got a lot of texts because in the '90s they didn't call a lot of texts unless it got really bad.
Hmm.
To get a technical foul in '95, you had to literally put a knot up
Yeah,
some
yeah.
side somebody's
Clothesline.
head.
Hmm.
Absolutely. But yeah, those Knicks. Remember Allen Houston lit Reggie
Hmm.
Miller up,
Sprewell.
and everybody thought that year when they had Charlie Wood
Hmm.
and Allen Houston and Patrick Ewing.
Hmm.
Then you got the Latrell Sprewell and Larry Johnson years.
Marcus Camby.
Oh my God,
It's
they
it's
put some.
it's been quite a few.
Yeah, they put some teams together. But they just did you see all the stars come out to see the Knicks win, and
Yeah.
especially in the first two won San Antonio, game three.
Hmm. Hmm.
Jeter and Eli Manning were in the
Yeah.
house.
Sitting next to each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
to myself,
Yeah.
I told Jackie, I said the Knicks ain't gonna win this game. It's too much pressure.
Yeah. Too
You
much.
can
It's too
say
much.
focus on the court, but you
Hmm.
ain't gonna tell me they don't see Derek
Hmm.
Jeter on front row.
Man, I think that could be one of the reasons the Knicks haven't won a championship in 50 something years
Too much star
because
power.
it's too much. The Madison Square Garden at some point it's not even an advantage for the Knicks anymore. It's an
Right,
advantage for the road team.
right.
Look at
Kobe
this.
averaged over 30 points a game in Madison.
We
So did
we
Mike.
we know about what Reggie Miller did to the
Yeah,
Garden.
yeah.
Jordan, Steph, all of them love for some reason. All these guys should not be saying that they enjoy playing at your stadium. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I think Mike leads in NBA history the most 50-point games there. Mike destroyed the Knicks at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it's there's some
Kobe
it's
loved
look,
playing there.
look, when Deuce McBride, who by the way didn't do much in this final, the little guard that comes off the bench, shoots threes, whenever he squares up, the crowd, dudes. You know how much pressure they even before he shoots, they be saying dudes. I know he hears it. That's a lot of
Right.
that's a lot of pressure, Mill. It's I think
Right. I got
I
you.
think it's not to their advantage. I
Right.
really
Right.
believe that.
Which makes what Brunson did even more impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
And at least they clinched on the road, which it seems like they would have done. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
The
you're
first
right.
two were in New York.
If
Oh yeah,
now,
they
I'm
clinched on the
glad
road.
you
Yeah,
said that. I'm glad you said that. If
yeah.
the Knicks would have lost that game, now you want to talk about pressure. Game 6 at the Garden, you better win that one because now you about to blow a 3-1 lead,
Yeah,
going
yeah,
back for Game
yeah,
7 to San
yeah.
Antonio, and
I
now
hear
the Spurs
you.
would have got all their confidence back.
I hear you. That's absolutely
Mm,
what I think would have happened.
mm,
Brunson, that East Coast toughness,
mm,
Villanova. I don't know where he's from. Philly, Jersey,
mm.
be more DC,
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York. These East Coast
You know
players
the
are
type.
some
If he wouldn't be built like that if he was from Ontario,
LA.
Canada.
Right. I ain't gonna say LA. Ontario, Canada, no. Ain't no point guards in the NBA from Canada. Oh, Steve Nash from Canada. That's it.
SGA is from Canada, but you notice that they're a certain kind of player. Don't
Right.
you think that those two guys, if they was from the Bronx, think about what SGA would be if he was born in Harlem.
You know I'm not a fan of him, right?
Mm,
I think he's a little overrated. I know he scores a lot, but the league allows it. I'm just
yeah,
not
they do.
impressed with SGA.
Mm,
I'm not. If you're giving me to start my team right now and I have to choose between Brunson and SGA, it's not a decision.
really?
Absolutely. I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of him.
Well, Brunson flops sometimes too.
It's a league wide epidemic. I mean, it's
Mm,
not just the flopping. I need the reason I like was a fan of Kenny Smith. It wasn't just the fact that he was from New York.
mm,
I need my players mentally tough.
mm.
I don't think SCA is mentally tough. I think last year San Antonio, OKC was on the most talented team.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they caught lightning in a bottle. I don't think they're ever going to see another finals and
Mm.
again, not with
So,
this current team
so,
the way they're built.
oh, we'll see. So you say SGA is kind of like, okay, maybe if I can liken that to football, this is what I hear people say about Jalen Hurts. He's an excellent player, but look at the organization. He really benefits from being in that organization. Look at the way the Eagles destroyed the Chiefs. That all Jalen Hurts had to do was just
Manage
steer
the
the ship.
game.
Yeah, he just
I'm
don't mess it
going
up.
to. That's a good comparison.
Mm.
I'm going to. Do I kick back on that or do I go? Here's the thing. I don't care if you win or lose. I've always looked at how you lose.
Hmm.
Um, OKC has a really good team, man.
Yeah.
They got a good starting five.
Mm.
Their third leading score could probably be half the league's
Yeah.
leading
Yeah.
score.
The bench and the organization too.
They run 8 or 9 deep, good
Hmm.
players.
Hmm. Hmm.
You can tell me, oh, well, the Spurs are a bad matchup for them. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, they
that's
could be.
fine.
They
It's
could be.
matchups. It's boxing. It's the matchup. That's fine. But I'm acknowledging OKC being a really good team. The
Hmm.
finals wasn't necessarily a fluke. Me personally, I'm just not a fan of Shea Gilgis Alexander.
Hmm.
I don't believe in him. I don't. I
Hmm.
just call it what you want, Eddie.
I hear you. I
I'm not
definitely
a
see what
fan
you're
of
saying.
him. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not a
Hmm.
fan of this. Yeah, and I wish I could just put on flopping because you're right. Some of the
See,
guys I
see,
like
see,
flop too.
Guys like LeBron, Tim
Hmm.
Duncan, Kobe, Jordan, they didn't have to flop. If I can cross you up, go past you, and dunk on your face, what do I need to flop for? When the last time you seen SGA dunk on somebody? His game, guys like him and Brunson and Steve Nash, they kind of have Chris Paul. they gotta flop sometimes because they just
Okay,
don't have the athletic gifts that these other guys have.
I got you. I got you.
Anthony Edwards don't have to flop. And why I gotta flop when I could just dunk on
He's got the NBA body for it,
him?
right? Yeah, but as far as point guards is concerned, yeah, I see what you're saying. Everybody can't be Magic at 6'9", change the game, can dribble, see the entire court, got eyes behind his head, and got a signature move. Everybody can't be that.
Jack never flopped. Akeem Olajuwon never flopped. You
Mm-mm.
know,
Now, those
some
guys over 7 feet. Hey, we talking about the little dudes.
that's true. That's true. But
Hmm.
but I'm just saying physical tools.
Right,
Those
right.
guys don't have the physical tools
I got you.
that other guys have.
I got you. No, they don't. They don't. Iverson didn't fly. He was 6'1".
That's true. And that's one reason why his street cred is so much higher than a lot of these
Then
guys.
everybody, and
Boy,
it'll
to
be
this
higher than
day,
all of them.
guys speak so highly of Iverson.
Kobe was 6'7". Looking at the way he played, he should have flopped more.
Mhm.
Kobe would bleed and get it stitched up, dislocate her fingers, and come back out on. You
Mhm.
can't buy toughness.
No.
It isn't a check big enough. You can buy skill, but either you got it here or you don't.
Yep. Yep.
You got it or you don't.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna parlay into this orange and black. We just got two or three taken from us from the Seattle
Oh,
Mariners.
they lost again today?
Yeah, I saw the game. I got home in time enough. 4 o'clock start, East Coast time. Uh we can't I remember saying this about a month ago on a show we did. I have to redo it because I'm a little irritated watching this play. I said we can't pitch a month ago. We can't pitch, we can't hit, and we don't play defense. Actually, Ed, we're pitching.
Yeah, the pitching.
But we've used four third basemen this year
Mhm.
by June 1st.
Mhm.
And about three or four center fielders, Ed. Okay. Let me calm down.
Mhm.
Tavares in center field is not working.
No.
Now, I know you got to get the offensive lineup together,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't have my center fielder. He seems like he bobbles the ball twice a game every
Mhm.
time. Now, whether the runner advances or not is a different
Right.
story.
Right.
He
Right.
can't come up with it clean at
Mhm.
least twice a game.
Mhm.
I will put Kauser in center field
Yeah, he's just leaving that.
every game.
Mhm.
Kauser, and you can rotate uh Tyler Ward,
Mhm.
Tyler O'Neill,
Mhm. And
Tavares, and
when
who?
Dylan Beavers comes back too.
When he comes back,
Mhm.
he's pretty good defensively.
Mhm.
So you got, but I'm sorry, I got to get
Mhm.
Leota Tavares out of center field. What are
Mhm.
your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Your captain needs to be Cedric. We've had Cedric Mullins for a long time. We had Adam Jones.
He
We
spoiled
had
us.
Brady Anderson and Steve Finley.
Oh,
And
you went back
and
to
and
Finley.
and you know what?
Oh, you know that?
Those defenses were so good. You had to move them to left and right field because we had Mike Devereaux in center.
Oh, you go
So
back to the
we had
85.
three guys that could play center field.
Ed,
Um, uh,
Tyler
okay.
O'Neill plays a solid right field. Taylor Ward plays a pretty good outfield. Good, I think he's in left. We
Well, and another thing too, Mill, those guys definitely would look a lot better because Colton covers so much ground. You just need to put him in center and leave him there. It's simple.
we need some stability up the middle of the field.
Stability.
Ed.
Look, I'll tell you
I'm
something
sorry.
else. Something that nobody's really talking about because everybody loves the kid. Jackson Holiday.
Jackson, I knew you gonna say that.
Mill, he was a top overall pick, and he's batting ninth in his lineup.
I noticed.
Uh, he's batting ninth, and sometimes they go ahead and pinch hit for him if it's a
Mhm.
nasty lefty. And he was the top overall pick in the draft.
You sound like Shard. Shard thinks that
So,
when you pick somebody, Adley was number one for the Orioles.
well, you know what?
Right.
Shaw can complain about Adley, but
Mhm.
Adley at least is a solid. If you pulled up Adley's numbers right now, they're solid. He's
Right.
excellent defensively. He can handle a pitching
He
staff.
been. You see them been throwing cats out this year.
He may
What?
not be Johnny Bench like we was hoping he would be, but
Mhm.
Adley doesn't get pinch hit for.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right. Okay. I got you.
and he might even go to the All-Star game.
He's third in voting. I may do
Ja-
some voting there to just
Ja-
push our man
Ja-
up a little bit. I ain't
Jackson
done no
not
voting
going.
yet. I may
Jackson
go
not
ahead.
going to any All-Star games anytime soon. Jackson Holiday really is starting to look like an average. And speaking of
Yeah.
average, I'm glad
Yeah.
I mentioned used
Uh-oh.
that
Here we
word.
go. Here we go.
I was looking at the American League standings. Was it last week? Maybe the week before.
Mhm.
Wasn't that long ago. 15 teams in the American League, correct?
15 in each league.
You know how many teams were over 500?
5.
Actually, there was four. When I saw it, it was four. It was a couple of teams right at 500. Four teams over 500.
I'm gonna
So
name them: the Yankees, the Rays, Seattle, and Cleveland.
when I saw it at the time,
Or maybe it wasn't Cleveland. I know the first three.
Seattle wasn't. It was Cleveland and the White Sox.
Oh, Chicago. Oh, wow.
And nobody, the leader in the West, I believe, was right at 500, and that might have been
And now what is the
Athletics.
Mariners? The
The
Mariners. The
Yeah,
Mariners are in
yeah.
first place.
They was right at 500. Four teams, Neil.
So with just a third of the American League is over 5, hey, it's right for the taking.
So when I say average, so the Orioles can't even be average in an average league.
I know.
We just trying to get. Remember a couple of weeks ago when I told you call me when they get to 500.
I got
Remember
you.
me saying
You
that?
did.
Okay,
You
I'm
said a
still
pitcher
waiting for
said
you.
that.
I'm still waiting for you to call me.
Have I called you?
Mm.
I haven't called you yet, Eddie.
Mm.
It's ridiculous. I like Shane Baz. He pitched a good game.
Mhm.
An error cost us a run, and we didn't
Mhm.
score any. It wouldn't matter if they would have beat us 1-0.
Mhm.
But my biggest issues right now, and you go through offensive laws because the Yankees don't have Judge. They've been struggling. The Red Sox are bad.
Mhm.
You go, but the defense has to be consistent.
Yeah,
We're not going nowhere until we lock the defense down.
I'm pretty sure.
Don't care what anybody says.
I mentioned that before the season started. I was worried about, I think I felt like they was going to miss guys like Ramon Urias and Cedric Mullins a little more than what they believe.
They were just automatic.
Mm-hmm.
They were just automatic on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Offense is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But those guys knew they weren't going to screw it up. Now, Jordan Westberg had Tommy John.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be back this year.
No,
he was excellent defensively at third.
So that hurts you too.
Also, as critical as you are with Jackson, he plays a pretty good defensive second.
Yeah, he's good defensively.
Tyler O'Neill. We have some positives. Polar Bear is good defensively at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler O'Neill took a home run the other day. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw that. But you know what, Neil?
Mm-hmm.
When you can't, now I know the Orioles have spent more money, but obviously we can't keep up with the Dodgers and them. So the Orioles have to have elite defense.
Right.
Yeah, like
not just pretty good, right?
Right.
Yeah,
and that's
I got you.
That's one reason why Tampa is always, people wonder why, man, how do they do this? How are they 15 games over 500?
Because they don't give up runs.
You're not playing for Tampa if you can't play elite defense. That's why they went out and got Cedric Mullins. They don't care that he can't hit anymore. They don't care. They honestly don't care. as long as he keep on climbing that
I
wall,
wish I could tell you didn't know what you were talking about. It's
um, I
absolutely
remember they
true.
had the center fielder a couple of years ago. What was that guy's name? That guy was another Cedric. I
Oh,
forgot
you
his
talking
name.
about he had a brother. It was two brothers. One was in Upton.
No, not Upton.
There was two
Um,
Upton boys. One was in
yeah,
the
no,
Braves.
because both of them could hit. This
Okay.
guy wasn't really much of a hitter, but he was just like Cedric in center field.
Okay.
He see, we used to see the highlights. We used to see Cedric all the time. But if we saw all of Tampa's highlights, you would see the same amount of robberies. People hit. This is clearly a home run. Nope. Snatch it right. Take it right. I forgot his name.
Okay.
But those are the
Muller's
kind of
hit or
guys
not, huh?
Tampa
Right.
Tampa wants. See, other
Right.
teams feel like, man, if he plays the outfield, this guy got a hit. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
But but they Tampa believes, look how many runs this guy is saving us.
Well, they in first place and not by a little bit. They
Well,
way
no, the
ahead of us.
Yankees overtook them. The Yankees actually been playing better, even
With
without Aaron Judge.
without Judge, I have
Yeah,
not been paying
Tampa
attention
slipped a
to
little
that.
bit. I think they just got swept by the Dodgers.
And guess who we're facing the next series?
Yeah, that's where we're going. And
The
we're gonna get
Dodgers.
swept.
We're gonna get our brains beat in. We are. The Rays just got out of uh LA and played really good.
Mm-hmm.
They knocked in 4 or 5 runs against Shohei. Look,
Yeah,
the Rays can play. They can play.
yeah,
As much as
yeah,
I hate to
yeah.
admit it,
They'll bounce back. They'll
they,
bounce back.
they,
But I
they
can't
I'm
say that about us. I was hoping this West Coast trip. I was hoping to take 2 or 3 out of Seattle, sweep the Angels, and the Dodgers. Just do the best you can. Maybe win one game.
this we got a 9 game West Coast roadie.
Mhm.
We're 1-2. If we win one in LA, Ed, I'll be very happy.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That will put us at 2 and
Mhm.
4.
Mhm.
If we take 2 or 3, we'll be 4 and 5 on a West Coast road trip. And the way we've been playing, that's the best I could hope for. That's the best I could hope for. But Jesus, Lord have mercy. Watching this team play,
Yeah.
I watched Jackie got home from work. It was like maybe in the fourth or fifth inning, and I remind myself of Daddy because I couldn't watch with Daddy because sometimes Daddy would complain a lot,
Oh
and
man.
I couldn't enjoy the game.
Mm.
So I'm talking, and did your father do the same thing?
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
don't worry about it. Babe,
Mhm.
calm down. It's a lot of baseball
There,
left.
there's some things about this team he would not like.
Oh,
And he probably would not have been a fan of, if you a team that's trying to take the next level and get to the World Series, you hire a rookie manager. I don't think Dad would have been okay with that.
here's the problem I have with Albert is I'm gonna give the good first. He trusts his starters. Seeing Bradish and Baz and Bryant Young, Brian
Brandon Young.
Brandon Young, yeah,
Brandon Young.
BA, call him BA, go 7 1/3, 7 2/3, eight. Our previous manager would have never done that. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen him pull starters, wheeling and dealing in the fifth inning just because he thought that was
Hmm.
stop. Brandon Hyde reminds me of the head coach of the Detroit Lions. The clipboard says do this,
Hmm.
so you do this. No,
Hmm.
Albanez leaves Baz in, even though we're down 3-0, and he went 7.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, if we ever make a run, if and August and September roll around and our bullpen is still fresh, it's because of what he's doing now.
Oh, okay.
That's the good.
Hmm.
Our bullpen will have juice in
Hmm.
August and September.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, I've seen
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
The bad is we hit one of Seattle's players with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the head. Busted him up pretty bad. Really good player for them. Then Gunner comes up and they throw at Gunner.
Hmm. I saw that.
He missed. And the same at bat, he threw at him again
Hmm.
and missed. Then when Gunner comes back up, he threw at him in a third time.
Hmm. Hmm.
Albanez is a little soft.
Hmm.
Jim we I don't know if you were listening to the live broadcast, but
Mm,
Kevin Brown and Jim Palmer were doing the game during that game. And after the third time, Gunner has still had the bat in his hand that some of Alabama was getting ready to come out of, right?
mm,
Jim Palmer says, go get him. I don't he said it. I was listening to it. I'm
mm,
like, all right, Jim. I
mm,
know that may be how you feel, but
mm,
you a color commentary. You can't do
mm,
that.
mm,
But the point was, if we hit, it's Ed. I used to play in a slow pitch softball league. One of the rules in the slow pitch game is if they toss the ball to a hitter and a hitter mistakenly hits back at the pitcher, it's an automatic out. But still, when that team in the defense whose pitcher was hit at comes back up, you know what the next hitter does? He hits back at the pitcher on opposing team.
mm,
Whether you get him or not, you get one
mm.
chance to do it.
Right,
He took
right.
3 shots at Gunner.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
Albanez comes out and walks him to first base. I have a problem with that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's an issue for me.
yeah.
I saw that. I'm like,
I mean,
what are
the
you
days
doing?
the days of Lou Pinella and Billy Martin and Tony La Russa, you know, that's we never gonna see that
And
again.
you won't have to be, or though all 60s, 70s, and 80s managers, I'm not even saying you have to be that. But if Gunner charges the man, he walking Gunner to
Mhm.
first base like he's in a kindergarten,
Right.
walking him across the street on a busy street or something.
Mhm, mhm,
Jim Palmer, he threw that third time at Gunner,
mhm,
hit him in his hip or
mhm,
waist.
mhm.
Jim Palmer
Yeah.
was like, "Go get him."
Didn't they
I
get
was like,
suspended? Didn't those guys get suspended?
I don't know.
I
I
think
did
so.
not really.
Mhm,
I'll take your
mhm.
word for it.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
like the way he handled it.
really what I would say to my pitchers is, their best player, you know what you got to do. That's how I would handle it.
If you were Seattle or B-more,
If I was the Orioles. If I was look, when the Yankees hit Heston Kjerstad in the head a couple of years ago
I remember
and
that.
kind of messed his career up.
Mhm.
Okay, you said it was a mistake. I don't know. I don't know if that guy Clay Holmes, I think I don't know if he have anything against Heston. I don't know, but one thing's for sure. I'm not even saying I'm going to hit Aaron Judge in the head, but I am going to hit him. As a matter of fact,
Right.
you know who I got a lot of respect for, even though he did terrible for us. The closer, Kimbrel. He hit Aaron Judge. He hit him. He right in the arm, and then just stood there on the mound and looked at him. Now I got 8 guys behind me. You want to charge the man? Do y'all want to have it out right now? And Aaron Judge just kind of looked at him and went to first, just like what you just said, just went to first base. No, we don't really have to do this.
Yeah, but
So
Aaron Judge didn't get escorted to first.
right,
I had a problem with the
right, right,
escort.
right.
Let Gunner go to first if he wants to go to first.
Right,
Because if
right.
Gunner charges the mound and breaks a finger, he's
Mhm,
out 2 months, and that's going
mhm,
to hurt us.
mhm,
Let him decide. He's the one that got
mhm.
hit. When
Right,
I saw
right.
Albanez, they might have, to me, it was the same thing as holding Gunner's hand.
Yeah, the optics. You saying it,
It's
it didn't look good.
terrible, Ed.
Mhm. Right. I
He
got
walking down, Gunner's all pissed off, and you could see him go like this. That's 3 times. Albanez
you.
just looking at Gunner like this as they walk.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Right,
dude,
right.
sit down, go back to the
Mhm,
dugout.
mhm,
This is a
mhm.
man's game. Get
Right.
out of here.
Mhm.
That pissed me off, as you can
I got
tell.
you. I got you. I got you.
Oh my God, it made us look weak, and we not weak.
Well, like I said to you
Mm,
before,
mm, mm.
I forget the date. Ravens home opener. I just want the Orioles to be over 500 when that comes because they play that same here that night.
So downtown gonna be busy that
Yeah,
weekend, huh?
yeah. So
I
I
got you.
really hope that obviously all the attention is going to be on the Ravens that day. I hope the Ravens. I hope the Orioles are still in the mix,
Right. Early
and I don't.
September.
I'm not
Right.
sure if it's going to happen.
And I'm telling you, the expectations I have for this team, if we're out of it by September 1st, I'm gonna be sadly disappointed. If we're at the same position we are now, teetering between 5 to 7 games of the 500,
Yep.
2.5 months from now, I'm gonna have a bit of an issue with
Yeah. And the question is, are they going to have an issue with Mike Elias? Is at
Right,
some point, are you
right,
go at some point you have to say you made this mess?
right. I hear you. I hear you. Well, we got at third base Blaze Alexander and Kobe Mayo,
Actually,
who
Blaze been hitting. He been hitting pretty good.
hitting. I'm talking about fielding.
Right.
I'm gonna stick on defense, Ed, because
Right.
if your defense is excellent,
Hmm.
the Rays got a run off of error by
Hmm.
our center fielder who just
Hmm.
couldn't feel. The ball's not coming at you at a high rate of speed in center field.
Hmm.
The ball bounced twice. Oh, it gets by to. I'm like, you're
Yeah.
not playing shortstop, homie.
Hmm. Hmm.
What are you doing? So I'm talking about defensively.
Hmm.
Mayo and Blaze Alexander are playing out of position.
Hmm.
They're doing the best they can,
Hmm.
but they're not third basemen, Eddie.
No. Hmm.
I remember one game, Albanez moved Blaze Alexander in the pinch. They call it a 2-for-1
Right.
from third to left field in the same game. And I'm just like, it's like we just trying to scrounge, and Westberg's not coming back. He's not coming back to
No.
save the team. He can't. He's not. And I mean defensively. I'm talking
Hmm.
purely from
Hmm.
errors.
Hmm. Hmm.
Gunnar seems to be the type of shortstop that's going to commit 20 errors a year.
Hmm.
He's almost halfway there now, Ed.
Yeah. Yeah.
As much as I love him and as much of his bat that I love, he popped a 2-run homer yesterday.
Hmm.
Gunner's going to commit 20 errors a year.
Yep.
That's just
Yep.
what it is.
Hmm.
That's so. It's good talking to you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Good talking to you. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Always, man. Yeah. Give Pat our regards.
Yep.
Tell my sister I'll see her in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Offer our condolences. I'm sorry for her loss. I feel her pain. I know you do too.
Yep.
We've been down this road. To
Yes, we have.
losing a mom is
Will do.
awful.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I will get with you next week, Eddie.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. Thanks.
See
a
you,
lot, man.
bud. All right.